What's going on, folks? Back again today to talk about Dragon Ball Super. And I just fucking finished it recently. I was very tempted to go ahead and give my opinions on it prior to actually finishing it, but I've literally watched it all. I've watched all of Super, I've watched all the movies, including Broly, Superhero, all of it. And yeah, let's get into it. So, for those of you who give a shit about my opinion, and everyone's given their opinion on Dragon Ball Super at this point, but I'm going to give mine. Um, it's definitely a giant step down from Dragon Ball Z. I don't care what anyone says. Like, yeah, sometimes the animation is really cool. It is always fun to see these characters again. And yes, some of the transformations and new forms and the fight scenes were really some of them were really well animated and they were pretty cool. But that's all visual spectacle, all right? That's all it is. That's not me. Like, yes, I can appreciate with my eyeballs when something is visually, aesthetically impressive. But when it comes to entertainment, I have to have a story, right? I'm not one of those people that can just like go into an art gallery and just stare at a painting. Doesn't do anything for me. Or like people like Todd McFarlane who will sit there in an interview and talk about how he's like, I could sell a book with nothing but pictures and no words written, but I can't sell a book with no pictures and just all writing. And it's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Todd. Those are called books, and they literally we sell the world's like millions of them get bought and sold every single fucking day. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's about the story. So, and the thing is, did any of Dragon Ball ever have an amazing story? Yes, I'm going to say yes. The story was amazing, even if it was simple. All right? Like, if we break down the sagas, I never watched Dragon Ball, by the way, because, no, sorry. Um, let's break down the sagas and the arcs, major arc sagas. So we've got Saiyans, Frieza, androids, Cell, and Cell is an android, and Majin Buu, right? They all are about a new villain, or villains plural, excuse me, is a threat to the Earth and to the human race, to Goku and his friends and family, whatever. And they gotta fight this threat, physically fight it to defeat it. And then some of the villains, there's like I got a better backstory. Like Cell is arguably the most, like the Cell and the androids are arguably the most thin, right? Because all the motivation for why Cell is doing what he's doing comes from like it's just programming, right? Or at least that's what he says. It all comes from Dr. Gero. Dr. Gero is the one that made them. So Dr. Gero has the one with all the motivation for why making them. And Dr. Gero dies relatively quickly in Dragon Ball Z, and we never really get to. I mean, we sort of get a glimpse, and if you watch Dragon Ball, I guess you got more Dr. Gero. But yeah, Frieza is definitely the best. Majin Buu. Majin Buu just kind of felt like they were making it up on the fly. But I've also recently gone through watching all of Dragon Ball Z Kai. I'm in the process of going through it the second time. And when I compare watching that with Dragon Ball Super, there was just like for some reason, I can't quite put my finger on why, but watching Dragon Ball Z, even though the story was never very layered, it wasn't complicated. I didn't find myself sitting there going, "Why? Why are you doing that? Why? 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 With Dragon Ball Super, I was just like, why? Why is this, why are they doing this? Why is this going this way? Why? Why would you do that? Why? You know. So if we go by the arcs, like first we got the Battle of Gods. It's not really an arc; it's a movie, and I do count that as being part of Dragon Ball Super. Introduces Beerus and Whis. It's corny, you know? Like this guy is like, oh, I'm the big great god of destruction. But he shows up on Earth and there's just like until Goku gets there, it's nothing but just this like fucking clown fest of Vegeta trying to pacify him, but then, you know, and he keeps threatening to destroy the world but doesn't do it. And it's a lot of like, you know, slapstick Three Stooges kind of comedy, and it's not funny. Watching Vegeta do a dance about bingo definitely made me want to kill myself. So, yeah, that was fucking retarded. It's just stupid. Just stupid, silly shit. Then we get into the Return of Frieza. It's not terrible. That movie was made to show off Goku, the new Blue Super Saiyan form, and like Frieza's a popular villain. He's arguably the most popular Dragon Ball Z villain, and to bring him back, and like I feel like they're going slowly. They're taking a much slower time with it than they did with Vegeta, but they're slowly but surely working their way towards like Frieza's gonna like kind of become an ally, an anti-hero ally, which is just retarded. Like, why? So then after the Frieza comes back, then we get into what was the first real arc of Super? That didn't have a movie made out. Oh yeah, the Future Trunks thing with Goku Black and Zamasu. Or no, first it was the tournament, the tournament between these two universes, Champa and what's his face, Beerus. They had that tournament. Yeah, another problem. Super Saiyans, like say they meet new Saiyans from a different universe, and Vegeta basically helps this kid unlock Super Saiyan with a pep talk. The fuck is this? It's supposed to be earned, motherfucker. You gotta work for that shit. It's just dumb. It's just dumb, easy, quick. Let's move things along. Let's just fucking throw shit at the wall, throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. Like lazy. And then we get into the Goku Black arc with Zamasu and Future Trunks and all that shit. And my biggest problem with this is it just never felt like the stakes were very high because it was always just like, okay, we're in the past or in the one reality, the main reality, past, whatever. We're in the one timeline with Goku and Vegeta and all of them. And okay, let's strategize, let's think this out, let's come up with a plan, let's train. Okay, let's jump into the machine, go to Trunks' time, fight Zamasu, Goku Black. Okay, didn't work. Okay, let's come back, train, plan, strategize, think this through. Okay, let's go back, try it again. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, let's go back, train, plan. It just seemed like they just jumped back and forth until finally one time they fucking got it and figured and defeated him. Like there was a little bit of like a detective mystery arc there when we were figuring out who Goku Black was, but that was also just way too convoluted. And also the Super Dragon Balls are stupid, especially with the phrase being peas and carrots. That is some dumb little child shit. That's dumb. Fuck. The generation of people that were children when Dragon Ball Z was on TV and popular are now grown ass adults. You can keep it the same. You don't have to dumb it down for kids. Well, we want to make sure that a new generation of kids gets into it. They will because the parents, us, the ones who loved it when we were kids and it was originally on TV, we're grown now, and a lot of us, not me, but a lot of us have our own kids, and we're going to pass it on and show it to them. So you don't got to worry about that. Stop dumbing shit down for the little kiddo. It's like little tykes. No, fuck that. I recently saw a fucking YouTube short where it was like cartoons for kids today, and it was like a young cow talking about how he's non-binary, and then it cut to cartoons from when I was a kid, and it's literally a clip from Dragon Ball Z of Cell just beating the shit out of Gohan, who is a child. That shit was dope. Let's go back to that. Fuck this sensitive, like softy, little family friendly. No, fuck that shit. Let's go back to the fun shit. My dog's over here looking at me. Go lay down. Anyway, so yeah, that was my problem with the Zamasu arc. The Super Dragon Balls are stupid. The whole Goku Black and who he really is and how he came to be, that was just way too convoluted and complicated of a mystery. They were trying to. I get it. You were trying to make it intriguing, but it just came off like it wasn't good. Um, and then Super Saiyan Rose is the most fruitcake shit that I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so if you have Kai deity energy within you and you also turn Super Saiyan, it makes your hair pink. Okay, but then for like if that happened to me, the only the only way I would even maybe consider no, there's just no I as a dude, as a guy, a Dragon Ball Z fan, there's nothing I would never consider naming a Super Saiyan form Super Saiyan Rose. Like never. That's so fucking fruitcake lame. Ugh. And then by far the worst arc of all is the Tournament of Power, where nonsense is just happening left and right. Like, first of all, they say that whatever universe loses this tournament, they're going to be eradicated from all existence. And Goku just doesn't seem to mind that because he's all like, I want to fight people. Okay, why is Goku retarded now? Yes, it is. You can make the argument that back in Dragon Ball Z, Goku was undereducated. That's because he grew up in the wild with some old hermit dude named Gohan, and then he went and learned the martial arts. All Goku knows is martial arts. That's it, right? Martial arts and fighting. That's all he knows. You can say he's undereducated, but he's not downright stupid. Now he's downright stupid, right? So he's just ready and willing to take part in this tournament that could mean the death of like a bunch of universes and all their inhabitants, and it just doesn't even seem to phase him. And it is all his fault because he's the one that talked these stupid little Zeno fucking. Yeah, why is the ultimate being in the universe a child? Once again, it's like, cause children. We're making this for the little kiddos. No, fuck that. Your fan base is in their 30s, late 20s, 30s. The fuck are you doing? We loved it then. We'll love it now. Just make it the way it was. And we will show our children that. If you think for 1 second that I am not, like when I finally do have kids, if I have a girl, it might be different. It depends if she's even interested in that kind of stuff. But if I have a boy, if you think for 1 second that I'm not going to show him Dragon Ball Z Kai, at least Kai. Kai is the better way to watch it. I am. All the bloodshed and violence involved, I'm going to show it to him. I don't give a fuck. Because you know why? Because I'm gonna be a responsible parent, and I'm going to raise my child to know that this is fake shit on TV. You are not allowed to do this shit in real life. Any adult out there who's like, I can't show my children that kind of stuff because they might try to emulate that. That's what you're there to stop, dumb fuck. That's what your job as the parent. You're supposed to help differentiate between this is fake shit in a TV show. It's not to be emulated in real life. Well, I just don't really want to do my job as a parent cuz like I'm a lazy fuck. So I'm just not going to show it to them. All right, that's fine. Continue to be a fucking idiot. That's fine. But anyway, so the Tournament of Power doesn't make sense because it's just the stakes are too high. Goku's too okay with it. He's to blame for it. No one seems to be mad at him except Top. By the way, the Top is gay. Can we all just like can we just acknowledge the metaphor there? He's a member of the Pride Troopers and his name is Top. I'm not criticizing him, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but we all caught that, right? Okay. So, yeah, just saying. But besides Top, no one seems to be mad at Goku for getting this whole thing going, right? Another thing is Frieza being recruited as an ally and slowly trying to turn him into an anti-hero. And then their choices of people for the tournament. Like, they chose fucking Krillin over. Excuse me. They chose fucking Krillin and Piccolo I'm sorry if you're a Piccolo fan or a Krillin fan, but they both suck. I understand Piccolo and Superhero unlocked some new power and actually did some shit, but listen, compared to Saiyans, Krillin for sure sucks, and so does Piccolo. And they chose Krillin and Piccolo and Tien. Holy fuck, Tien was there. Jesus Christ. Why the fuck they chose them over Goten and Gotenks? Two Saiyans that are at least capable of going Super Saiyan. Goten on his own could beat the ever living fuck out of Tien. So could Trunks. Just go Super Saiyan and beat the shit out of them. Could do the same to Krillin. So why the fuck they weren't in the Tournament of Power, I don't know. It just makes no sense. It's well, what we detected was that like everyone was a fan of the Saiyans, but no one was really a fan of any of these other characters anymore. And what that meant was toy sales for Krillin and Tien and Yamcha action figures and even Piccolo action figures were down, and we want to boost those sales. So we're just going to arbitrarily make them more important. No, they're dumb. Fuck them. Fuck them. God damn, I was excited because pretty much throughout the entire show, Goten and Trunks did nothing. And then when the Tournament of Power comes up, I'm like, okay, well they got to get 10 fighters, so clearly they're going to be in there. And then they're not. So that didn't make any dumb fucking sense. Then you also got shit like the Saiyans again, right? Once again, Goku teaches this bitch to go Super Saiyan 2 with a pep talk. And then we've got female Broly, which isn't necessarily a problem. It's like whatever, okay. What else was in there? Oh, the fucking fat chick who fights with love beams. What the fuck are you guys doing? Just want to show body positivity and that you can combat violence with love. No, fuck you and your dumb lame shit. Every time that bitch was on screen, I was like, I hope Frieza snaps her neck. I want to see that. I want to see Frieza grab her around the neck and just go and just fucking kill her brutally. I want to watch her die. Because she was annoying. And then, of course, it ends. And did any universes get destroyed? No, because the person who won the tournament, I think it was Android 17, technically won the tournament. He gets to make the wish. And guess what? He wishes that all the universes be restored. Oh, he did the good guy thing in the end. It's like a Disney movie. Everything works out and friendship and love and togetherness and goodness triumphs in the end. That's not how the real world works. Do you not remember the end of the Cell Saga? Yeah, they defeated Cell, but they lost Goku. It was a bittersweet ending, and that's fine. You don't think this would have been way more interesting if one, the universes that got knocked out of the tournament actually did get destroyed, and then two, Goku was not stupid. Goku was smart enough. Goku was not so stupid that he could actually understand the impact and the consequences of causing this tournament. Like that would have been a much more interesting ending, at least to me, within a 32-year-old adult mind. That would have been a much interesting ending. But yeah, and then we get to the Broly movie, which is just pure tits. Like, oh my god, bro, it's literally the only part of any of this that I have zero problem with at all. Broly was legit. Um, it just sucks that like as part of Super, it's definitely the superior Broly to Dragon Ball Z Broly. It just sucks that with this Broly, since it is a part of Super, you can't have this Broly without also acknowledging Dragon Ball Super as a show or a manga. Because Frieza is in it. Frieza is the one that takes Broly and his father to Earth to fight Goku and Vegeta. And if you're sitting there going, well, how is Frieza back alive? Well, he comes back at the end of the Tournament of Power because due to serving in the Tournament of Power, Whis uses his fucking angel powers to just bring Frieza back to life and make him living again. So now Frieza's back in the universe. It's just Ultra Instinct was cool. It was a cool form with a cool concept. Um, what else? Dragon Ball Super also just pretty fucking lame, man. Like not not as bad as some of the stuff in the Super anime, but just like I don't know. There's characters doing dumb shit just because like the plot in order for the plot to continue on the way it had been written by the piece of shit writers, the characters had to make these dumb mistakes and just like in order for it to go on. Like Piccolo not thinking to wish that Goku and Vegeta were back on Earth, or like just that is just dumb. Once again, it was another Dragon Ball Super superhero was another movie going, hey, people miss Gohan being relevant, and people also miss, or they're starting to like, why doesn't Piccolo get any love? So like, let's make a movie that shows them actually being useful and necessary. It's like, great idea. Just make it make sense. Don't be lazy with the writing. Write a legitimate narrative that flows and makes sense and it's cohesive. And it's like, okay, yeah, that would lead to that, which would lead to that, which would lead to that. Like, not just like, oh, the only reason that happened is because Piccolo, who's actually extremely wise, just didn't fucking think, you know? Like, I don't know. Gohan's new beast form looks cool, but once again, it's like Goku was training with Whis, and they made that very clear. So Goku unlocking Ultra Instinct is like the only new form unlock in this entire fucking show that makes sense. Everyone else is just getting new forms and power-ups like handed out like candy at a parade. And I do not feel Gohan worked for the beast form at all. He just kind of got it. You know, he just fucking threw some punches and then saw Piccolo get his like back, just fucking saw Cell Max just bane Piccolo over his knee, and then fucking snapped and went beast mode. It was kind of lame. It was kind of rushed, but yeah. And then what else? Um, yeah, that's about it. And now Super's done. Daima is currently out. I've started watching it. Um, it looks a bit more promising than Super, but I'll say this, but I'm gonna do my own video on Dragon Ball Daima once it's done, or once I've watched all of it. Um, I don't understand what this like obsession is. Like, let's make them small and childlike again. Why is there so much catering to children? Why? Fuck. It's annoying as hell. But anyway, so yeah, that's my take on Dragon Ball Super. I acknowledge it exists. I acknowledge it's canon. It also sucks dick. Like, it's just fucking lame. Like when you compare it with Dragon Ball Z has its lame moments. Like a lot of the Majin Buu saga is filled with just lame ass moments. But when you just compare the two, Dragon Ball Z is just badass and Dragon Ball Super is lame as fuck. It's like Akira Toriyama had this fucking like 360 life flip happen like in his later years where he was just like, "Man, maybe I've just been like a crazy edge lord too much. I'm going to I'm going to turn it around and make some happy-go-lucky kid-friendly shit." Either that or maybe he was told to like maybe he like they gave him a bunch of money as an incentive, but then they also told him like, hey, we want some more lighthearted, family-friendly, kiddie shit. I don't know, but Akira Toriyama is gone now, and I'm interested to see what's gonna happen in the future with Dragon Ball. Because if you think Toei is gonna stop making Dragon Ball stuff, you're fucking wrong. They're never gonna stop. It's a moneymaker. I'm just if this will be the answer. So as time goes on, and they keep making more Dragon Ball stuff, if the future Dragon Ball stuff that's made by Toei, now that Akira Toriyama has passed away, if that stuff ends up being a little more edgy, a little more adult oriented, violence, whatnot, then we know that this childish shit we've been dealing with was Akira Toriyama. However, if the childish fucking family friendly kiddie shit continues, then we know it's Toei. Because they're just continuing on with it. We'll have to wait and see. It is a fucking disgrace, though, to you guys, Toei. It's an absolute fucking disgrace. It's a travesty that the first time we ever get to see Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta revealed, he's in a stupid little kid form. Are you fucking serious? Anyway, that's my take on Dragon Ball Super. Take it or leave it. I don't care. If you like this video, please hit the like button. That really helps out the channel. If you want to leave some comments, get a discussion started. If you liked it, didn't like it, Dragon Ball Super, not the video. Although if you want to talk about how you liked or didn't like the video, I guess that's fine. But yeah, leave a comment down below, get a discussion started. Like the video, it helps out the channel. If you want to help out the channel even more, check out some of my other videos and maybe subscribe. Other than that, I'll talk to you guys later.